NBC Connecticut, connecting you.
Ahead. Students are just getting into the swing of the new school year, but it's not too early to think about the next step in their education. We have some advice to help your high schoolers get ready for college. Well, the school year is only about a month old, but it's already time to start thinking about college. PSAT, SATs, they start up next month. So joining us with some advice for students and their parents is David Kim from C2 Education, a tutoring and test preparation center. David, good morning to you. Thanks for coming in.
Pleasure.
Okay, so now's the time to talk about this, right? Because these tests are coming up. Which college admissions test is best for each student, the SAT or the ACT? Let's start there.
Well, you know, the SAT and ACT, thankfully, are given on different dates, right? So a student can actually sign up for both of them. You know, the best test for a student to take is the one that he or she is going to score the highest in, because the higher score is going to give you a better chance for getting to a college. The tests have become remarkably more similar over time. The SAT has last done its most recent update, you know, changing a lot of its format so that there's less penalties for wrong answers, where before there was, allowing you know, the use of a calculator on most of the math sections, as well as making the essay an optional part of the test as opposed to a mandatory part of the test. The ACT already had a lot of those components, and you know, the test for the ACT is a little bit different in that the questions are less up to date and less updated because it hasn't been updated as recently as the SAT. All
right, as a student, as a parent, you want to encourage your student to go for the gold, shoot for the stars, you know, do the very best you can. There are great schools, Yale or Wesleyan, but what happens if you don't think that's going to be the star you can shoot for and attain?
Well, you know, a student should always try to shoot for the best school that he or she can get into, whatever that school is. The benefits of getting to, you know, college are clearly there when you look at, you know, people's incomes and what their income capabilities are.
Yeah, that's a huge factor.
You know, going to college. The other thing to factor in is making sure that you're not burdened with too much college debt. So you want to balance the two, the best school that you can get in, obviously with affordability as well.
Let's break this down now for juniors and seniors because they have different responsibilities and different to-do lists at this point, right? Let's start with juniors.
Well, for juniors, they have the PSAT coming up this October. You know, that's going to be a great precursor to see how well they do on the SAT. It's also used to judge whether they're going to be a National Merit Scholarship winner. They should also start looking at what colleges they may want to start thinking about. So they should definitely meet with their guidance counselors, talk about, you know, schools that would be a right fit for them based on what their interests are and based on who they are. For seniors, since they're going up against a deadline, making sure that you get on the Common App, fill out the college applications for the schools that you're looking at, making sure that you get the recommendation letters from your teachers as well as your counselors, and just buttoning up on a lot of the last-minute stuff, whether it's SAT, ACT, or even the SAT subject test, which you can take as late as January of next year. Yeah,
there's so much to do, so staying on a schedule and just hitting those deadlines along the way probably super important. David, thank you so much for coming in.
Appreciate it.
I'm sure we helped a lot of parents who are going to go and encourage the students to do exactly what you said. All right.